Hello, my name is Michael Gully, and this is my final presentation for Human Resource Management. This presentation is based on Cargill's corn milling strategic management process model and practice, and it involves tying Cargill's application information to human resource information learned so far in the class. Shown on this slide is information we learned in the class. The importance of human resources. Human resources is very important in any organization. Without humans, you can't really have a company, and without a company, you can't really make any money. We learned about two important processes or ways of managing human resources in the class. The first is the strategic management process. The strategic management process is shown in the figure to the bottom right of this slide. The strategic management process ties an organization's overall strategic path forward into a human resources path forward. Without human resources, an organization cannot meet their strategic goals. To the left is the Baldrige criteria. The Baldrige criteria is another way of outlining human resources. The Baldrige criteria categorizes different portions of human resources into groups and assigns a point value to them. So leadership can determine how well each category is doing and make the necessary changes as needed. Alright, this slide highlights the literature review. The overall award we are focusing on in this presentation is the Malcolm Baldrige National Quality Award. This is tied to ISO 9000, 2000, and the application summary goes like this. A certain successful company will highlight their organizational profile, leadership, strategic planning, customer focus, measurement, process measurement, and results all into an application, which will be evaluated by around 400 evaluators to determine if this company is worthy of receiving the award. The award was originated in 1988, and up to this point, there have been 118 different awards given out. The focus company in this presentation is Cargill Corn Milling. I will refer to this as CCM in the slides to come. Alright, let's look at CCM's organizational profile. HR in the organization is, as you might guess, a very important part. The application highlights the human resources organization continuously. The parts of the overall organization there's a variety. There's the leadership, there's production, there's the R&D, etc. And positive HR impacts highlighted in the application. Some are recruitment, some are moving individuals around to different job roles. HR tries to find the best employees, tries to promote the best employees. One part of the award is ensuring the company has a solid mission and vision statement. This figure on this slide highlights the mission and vision of CCM, and it is very thought out and defined. The organization knows what direction it needs to go based on this mission and vision statement. CCM's leadership is shown on this slide. HR and leadership work closely together to meet the company's strategic goals. Personally, from the application, this figure here on this slide is the most important figure that describes how CCM really works. At the top is customer value, profitability, and sustainability. That aligns with everything we've learned in this class so far. That trickles down to measurement, analysis, knowledge management, strategic planning, and tactical planning. That makes sense. All of these variables are needed to focus on customer value, profitability, and sustainability. CCM tries to create distinctive value by engaged employees, satisfied customers, and rich communities of profitable growth. And the outer edge are just some highlights of other items CCM needs to focus on to be successful. A couple are injury-free. That's an industry that's popular in the industry. Developing talent, being innovative, etc. CCM strategic planning. Strategic planning for any company is critical. The market right now is so competitive that if a company is not strategically planning for the future, the competition will take them over, or at least take their cut out of the business. At CCM, leadership strategically plans yearly and long term. The figure to the right gives the overall strategy review process for CCM. It makes sense. And the key questions in the strategy development process are shown in the figure to the left. These questions are brought up during strategic planning discussions to ensure the company considers the correct variables. Cargill's corn milling customer focus is another portion of the company. Without customers, you can't sell any product. So it is very, very important to keep your customers happy. CCM has outlined responsibilities for different employees to manage customer needs. A customer might have a problem, they call one employee. A customer might need a different product, they'll call, for instance, an R&D employee for CCM. Customer relationship contacts. Each customer at least has one key liaison within Cargill corn milling to make sure they are happy. Complaint management has a process. If a customer has a complaint, a root cause is carried out and supplied back to the customer to ensure the customer knows that CCM is trying to do the best they can to solve the customer need. Cargill corn milling's measurement, analysis, and knowledge are critical for leadership to make the right decision. Factors are measured. The key factors here on this chart to the right, safety and health and security, are examples of factors that are measured. The importance of data. You have to have data if you are a leader of a company to make the correct decision. You don't want to be caught off guard. For instance, say you're not profitable. If you don't have the data to determine you're not profitable and you make decisions believing you are profitable, they're obviously going to be the wrong decisions. The process for using data. I like this pyramid here supplied in CCM's application. So strategy comes from the top down and it loops back around and the results are sent back up. So yearly strategies are carried out and results are measured and the strategies are adjusted accordingly by leadership. CCM's process management. CCM has a very defined process management process. Occasionally, a group in any organization will find a best practice. In the instance that a group finds a best practice, the model to the right here is used to leverage this best practice across other groups within the company. Targets are measured. Leadership supplies targets to different groups yearly. Targets are the direction a group should head to be successful. Everyone's targets should tie back together to lead to achieving company goals. And customers. Again, customers are critical. A company needs to keep their customers happy, and CCM has processes in place to keep customers satisfied. Cargill corn milling measures results. Two examples are shown here. Food safety scores and customer quality index. There's the word customer again. CCM feels customers are important. Food safety scores. The food has to be safe that Cargill corn milling produces. Otherwise, the results could be critical. If people are getting sick based on the products Cargill corn milling is selling, customers are going to drop off rapidly. Other categories are products, financials, workforce, process, and leadership. Workforce is one. Human resources is very involved in measuring workforce satisfaction and success. Surveys are sent out to employees. The employees voice their opinions on the surveys, and human resources ties the results of the surveys back in to continuously improve work-life balance in the company. This helps retain employees and ensure company longevity. In conclusion, Cargill Corn Milling received a Malcolm Baldrige National Quality Award. In my opinion, if you review the 2008 application, Cargill Corn Milling hands down deserves a Malcolm Baldrige National Quality Award. Their systems were outstanding. I currently work at BASF, which is a From a bird's eye view, a similar company, different products, but we still produce uh, customer or products for customers. And the setup at CCM is great. They're outlined, everything's defined, they have processes, they keep customers happy, they care about the work-life balance of their employees, etc. I totally agree with CCM receiving the award. As far as HR and my future in management, I really learned a substantial amount about human resources in this human resources management class. I've enjoyed this entire class. I've worked in industry for 6 years and I have had bits and pieces of human resources, but honestly, human resources is a group I've liked to stay away from. Now, after this human resources class, I kind of am able to put everything together that I've learned and understand how my human resources department works and how other companies' human resources department works. I'm confident when I reach the management ranks that I will not only be comfortable with human resources, but be able to excel in the human resources realm for my employees and for myself. Uh, I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed this LSU online MBA program and keep up the good work. Thank you. As far as my work cited for both my report and my presentation, the works I cited were our human resources management textbook that we use in the class and the Cargill 2008 Malcolm Baldrige National Quality Award application. This was available on our class website. Thanks again.